Arsenal are tracking Jeremie Frimpong, 23-year-old Dutch international that plays for Bayern Leverkusen. His stats are really amazing this season, and I think every team would love to obviously have a right back that plays like him. Welcome to the Rokani Media Football. How are you guys? This is the Football News Show. It's the 3rd of January, third day of the January transfer window, and here we come to obviously bring you exactly what we think about this January transfer window and how we think and how everything is really folding out, and we come in peace to obviously take us to where we deserve to be. There are even other clubs that are obviously keeping eye onto this player that Arsenal needs to obviously try to see to it that they obviously outcompete them in this business. Then we are going to talk about Marco Silva, the manager of Fulham. He has gone ahead and really broken silence onto Palhinha's future at Fulham. Remember, very many teams are really interested in him, including Arsenal, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, and very many others. And you're also going to have a little bit of a look of how Thomas Tuchel went ahead to welcome back the Bayern Munich players back at the training session of Bayern Munich. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. And we thank God for the gift of life, because many have not gone ahead to make it today, but who are we to see to it that we obviously make it here? The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikhum, and let's obviously get on going and running. Now let's start it off with Bayern Munich. So let's start off with Jeremie Frimpong. Story coming in through from Fabrizio Romano via the podcast Here We Go, or via the Here We Go podcast, that Arsenal, Bayern Munich, and multiple clubs around Europe have been tracking Jeremie Frimpong. The Dutch is open to a new experience, and there is a very concrete chance he will leave Bayern Munich in the summer. Frimpong has a €40 million release clause valid in the summer. Now, Jeremie Frimpong, guys, I've been here on several occasions telling you that Arsenal need what we call modern right backs, because modern right backs are the ones that play like Trent Alexander-Arnold, João Cancelo, Diego Dallo, Rich James, Kyle Walker. Those are the modern right backs that Arsenal has to get, because when you look at how they went ahead to play against West Ham and against West Ham, against Fulham, on how they went ahead to lose those games, it was all about them lacking another option in their play. They lacked an option in their play, and they had to obviously put themselves in a position of really doing the needful, and it really took us to where we are right now, that Arsenal's gonna hate to lose 2 consecutive games this season, dropping 6 points in its previous 2 and 8 in its previous 3, meaning that out of the possible 9 points that Arsenal would have gonna hate to gather, Arsenal only got 1. So what was the because of all that? Arsenal lacked options, especially on the fullbacks of Arsenal. Zinchenko, Ben White couldn't obviously put in the work that everyone really wanted to see being put up on the field of play. And when you get in this guy, Jeremie Frimpong, you get in goals and assists. When you look at him this season, he has gone ahead to play 16 games in the Bundesliga. He now has 5 goals and 6 assists. That is a modern right back. He's having 5 goals and 6 assists in 16 games. That is 11 goal involvements. He has gone ahead to play in the UEFA Europa League 3 games. He has gone ahead to score 1 goal. That is the guy, Jeremie Frimpong. And the DFB Pokal Cup, 1 goal in 3 games, and he has 3 assists. So it shows you that he has gone ahead to score 5, 6, 7. Those are 7 goals this season and 9 assists in 25 games. That's what he has gone ahead to offer as a player. Now, tell me why Arsenal doesn't need a player like him. This guy is really, really good. And if you want to see his quality, go onto the Bundesliga table and check who is really topping the league. It's the team that he plays for. It's Bayern Leverkusen. That's the team he really plays for, and he is really coached by the former Liverpool legend and Real Madrid legend. That is Alonso Xabi. So Xabi Alonso has always come in and really put in a shift, and everything is gonna hit to go on as planned. So Leverkusen is topping the Bundesliga, and they've gonna hit to play 16 games, and they have 42 points. And Bayern Munich, I think they're playing today 15 games, 38 points, meaning that if at all Bayern Munich win, they'll be 1 point behind Bayern Leverkusen, the same team that really has Granit Xhaka, formerly playing at Arsenal. And one will say, Rokani, don't you think that Granit Xhaka is going to do a very good role to convince this guy to join? I really understand that if Arsenal go for this guy, especially in the summer, they'll obviously have to get him, because out of those teams, Bayern Munich and others are really scouting him, and even Man United. I think Arsenal stand a better chance to get in a player like him, because Xhaka is there. He can easily tell him that, please go to Arsenal and play really there. But Xavi Alonso wouldn't like to obviously lose his team, because if he can keep this team for just one more season of 2024-2025, then this team can even come in the Champions League and really shock very many huge teams that are really gonna play for this side. So when you look at Bayern Munich, they also want this guy. But Bayern Munich have Mazraoui, and Konrad Laimer can also play into that position. Then there is another guy, Joshua Kimmich, can also play there. And if I told you an agent, there is no way you obviously send your player in a team like that. I think he can best prosper. Sorry about that. I think Frimpong can best prosper at Arsenal, because no right back really has the qualities he has. I think the only one who comes next to him is Julian Timber. But Julian Timber can play very many other positions on the side of Arsenal. But Frimpong is an in and out excellent right back, good defensively and good going forward, and he'll be putting in crosses for the Arsenal side. And you see to it that teams like Man City, Liverpool are really having these good players. Look at Spurs. Udogi as the left back, he really surges well in the final third and puts in lots and lots and lots of crosses. Then the other guy has always been Pedro Porro for Spurs, meaning that if all doesn't go as to plan, Pedro Porro will at least bring in a cross that is really inch perfect, that will really cause havoc in the 18-yard box area of the opponent, and maybe Spurs might find themselves really winning that beautiful game of football. Then the other guy, which guy am I talking about? Pedro Porro, right? So if you have a player like Frimpong, you really get yourself going, especially as far as attacking is really concerned, because Arsenal has the lion's share of the possession. When you look at Bayern Munich, they're having very many players, and I think they won't really allow him to really grow organically, because a lot of pressure will be there. But at Arsenal, he comes in through 100% sure, I'm going to dislodge Thomas Partey from that position, and maybe Julian Timber will be played as a left back, because he's good defensively and good. He's good defensively and good offensively. That is Frimpong for you. Other teams, Man United, Bayern Munich, are also really looking to sign in this player, and wait to see how that pans out. But 40 million euros to me, it's not really bad money. Remember, he was left with just a year on his contract, and I think he renewed his contract last year with Bayern Leverkusen, and he said, I need a buyout clause. The buyout clause is 40 million euros. I think those are peanuts to the side of Arsenal, and if at all Arsenal is serious and they want to obviously see themselves really become a better team that is really world class, this is one of the transfers Arsenal need to do to improve their position of play from the right back and left back of Arsenal. Let's go to João Palhinha, playing for Fulham, a team that beat Arsenal by 2-1 over the weekend. The manager of Fulham is going to hit to reveal to us what their plans are for João Palhinha, because a lineup of teams are really looking up for him, and he has said on the future of Palhinha that I've spoken with the board about it. I can say we have not received anything. I say we have not received anything. no approaches. We have full focus on the games. That is the manager of Fulham, meaning that however much there is interest for João Palhinha from different clubs, no official approach has been made on the side of Fulham, because Fulham is the team that really has Palhinha. And to show you that they are really good at really convincing players to stay, they made him sign a 4-year contract. I think towards the end of last year, he really did that. And it obviously boils out into a situation that very many teams will have to pay a lot of money to obviously see this guy stay at their club. Remember, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Bayern Munich are all looking up to this guy, and they want him to be at the club that they are really in control of. So, João Palhinha is also wanted by Bayern Munich and teams like Arsenal and Liverpool. So wait and see how that pans out, but teams will continue coming in for quality players like João Palhinha because of what he offers on the field of play. He's one of the best midfielders that play as CDMs in the Premier League, and he's really doing well, and I really love everything he's really putting up. But the price tag is really going to be huge. Like you saw how Arsenal really went ahead to pull out of the deal of Moise Caicedo, because Moise Caicedo, Arsenal wanted to sign him, but the price tag wouldn't really favor them as far as the financial fair play was really concerned, to an extent that they had to pay 115 million pounds to sign him. That is the side of Liverpool. Sorry, the side of Manchester City. Sorry, the side of Chelsea. Liverpool had gone ahead to make a bid, but it was accepted by Brighton. But the player went ahead to say no to what this guy was really telling him. So that is João Palhinha for you. His future is still in his hands and Fulham, because they haven't gone ahead to really get any official proposal. But we know what managers do. Even if an official proposal has already been sent to the club, the managers really keep saying, we want to keep this player. He's an important member of the squad. Lastly, let's show you how this guy welcomed his players back as they obviously went ahead to train. And this is Thomas Tuchel trying to obviously give hugs to the players of Bayern Munich, who returned after the 2-week break into the league, and they are really second and they need to win their game. That is Thomas Tuchel obviously trying to hug these players during the training session at their stadium. That is João Musiala with this guy, Thomas Tuchel, the manager of Bayern Munich, and Kane obviously going to give this manager a hug, and Kane is doing wonders in the German Bundesliga. So guys, your thoughts on Arsenal eyeing Jeremie Frimpong are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Marco Silva, the manager of Fulham, hinting onto the future of João Palhinha and Bayern Munich? Do you think Bayern Munich will close down Bayern Leverkusen? May the living to God bless you abundantly. Rokani David remains my name. We sign out for now. See you later, my mates. The Muslims, Barak Laufiku.